When did your field sanitation team discover something that shut down the entire FOB? Nobody wanted field sanitation duty, cleaning latrines, inspecting water supplies, checking food storage. The worst job on any forward operating base. Our sanitation team was led by specialist Nolan Pierce. Prior to enlisting, he'd worked for the health department back in Ohio. Actually knew what he was doing, which made him dangerously competent. FOB Rattlesnake housed about 300 soldiers in eastern Afghanistan. Small base, minimal amenities, but we had running water and a decent chow hall. For a combat outpost, it was practically luxury. Wednesday morning, Nolan was doing his routine inspection of the water storage tanks. These massive containers that held our entire drinking water supply. Supposed to check them weekly for contamination. I was pulling guard duty on the tower nearby. Saw him climb up the ladder with his testing kit. Normal procedure. Expected him to be done in 10 minutes. 20 minutes passed. Nolan was still up there. I could see him on his radio talking to someone. His body language looked wrong, tense, urgent. Then he climbed down fast. Practically ran to the command post. 5 minutes later, the base loudspeaker crackled to life. All personnel cease water consumption immediately. Do not drink, cook with, or brush teeth with tap water until further notice. This is not a drill. 300 soldiers stopped what they were doing. You could feel the confusion spreading across the base. Nolan emerged from the command post with the executive officer. They were heading toward the chow hall with serious expressions. My buddy Curtis was walking past the tower. I called down to him. What's going on? No idea, but Nolan looked like he'd seen a ghost. The command post started making calls. Within an hour, a helicopter arrived with medical personnel and water testing equipment. This wasn't routine anymore. They shut down the chow hall completely, posted guards at the water tanks, started handing out bottled water that had been reserved for patrols. Finally, around noon, the base commander called an emergency formation. Major Clayton Webb stood in front of everyone looking grim. This morning, Specialist Pierce discovered significant contamination in our primary water supply. Initial tests showed the presence of human waste in the storage tanks. Dead silence. 300 soldiers processing what that meant. We've been drinking sewage water. How long? Someone asked. Unknown. Could be days, could be weeks. Medical is setting up a screening station. Everyone needs to get checked for bacterial infections. The contamination turned out to be massive. Someone had installed the sewage drainage system wrong during base construction. Wastewater had been slowly seeping into our drinking water for at least 3 weeks. Medical started testing everyone. Within 2 days, 40 soldiers showed symptoms. Dysentery, parasites, bacterial infections. Some guys had been sick for weeks thinking it was just deployment stomach issues. The investigation revealed that the contractor who built the water system had cut corners, saved money by using cheaper pipes, didn't follow the engineering plans. Nobody had caught it during inspection. That contractor lost every military contract they had. Multiple people faced criminal charges. The company went bankrupt within 6 months. But here's what still bothers me. Nolan had been flagging minor issues with the water for 2 weeks. Slight discoloration, weird smell, unusual bacterial counts. His supervisor kept dismissing it. Water in Afghanistan always tests a little off. It's fine. Stop being paranoid. If that supervisor had listened, Nolan would have found the contamination earlier. Fewer people would have gotten sick. That supervisor was Captain Vincent Shaw. He'd been in charge of base operations. After the investigation, he got relieved of duty. Career basically over. Shaw tried to blame Nolan, said he should have escalated the concerns faster, made it sound like Nolan had failed to follow proper reporting procedures. Nolan had the emails, dated records of every concern he'd raised, every time Shaw had told him to stop worrying. The investigation cleared Nolan completely. 2 soldiers got medically evacuated because their infections were so severe. Both recovered, but it took months. One of them was Curtis. He lost 30 pounds and nearly died from dehydration. I visited him in the hospital in Germany. He looked like a skeleton. Tell Nolan thanks for probably saving my life. Few more days and I'd have been gone. Nolan got an Army Commendation Medal for discovering the contamination, but he didn't want recognition, just wanted to make sure it never happened again. After deployment, Nolan got recruited by the Army Corps of Engineers. Now he inspects water systems at bases worldwide. His job is finding problems before they kill people. Last I heard, he's discovered 3 more contaminated water systems, caught them all early, no one got sick. Shaw works at a car dealership in Texas, disgraced former officer selling sedans. Curtis made a full recovery. Still sends Nolan a Christmas card every year with the same message written inside. Thanks for giving a damn when it mattered. That's the thing about field sanitation. Everyone thinks it's a joke duty until contaminated water starts killing soldiers. Then suddenly the guy cleaning latrines is the most important person on base.